Now then, and welcome back to another episode of the War of the Spark pre-release pack opening with Dean.
Now then.
So, we're down to 73 packs remaining. We only got through like 20 odd packs in the first episode, and that was 30 minutes of chatting about them. So we're going to try and see how many we can get through in the next 30 minutes, so stay tuned. Let's do it, Dean, let's do it.
Hopefully there might be a few more we've already seen to get some play sets up. And, oh wait, we've got
a new one.
Another Planeswalker.
Aralyn, a voice of the pack. Each creature you control that's a wolf or werewolf enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it.
That's a new tribe then.
Yeah, new wolf and werewolf. It's been an old tribe brought back. It's nice.
Yeah.
Create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. I remember having a wolf pack deck at one point with the Master of the Wolf and all that. It was brilliant. Used to love it.
I think we've seen this one, haven't we?
Liliana's Triumph. 2 mana for a sacrifice a creature, please. And the Elder Spell. Destroy any number of target planeswalkers. For 2 mana. Destroy any number of planeswalkers for 2 mana.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be Vraska's Contempt, didn't it? Where you get exile a planeswalker. Now you can destroy any number of target planeswalkers.
It gets better. Put two loyalty counters on each planeswalker for it on each planeswalker.
Your planeswalker, you put 2 loyalty counters for each planeswalker you destroyed.
So if you've got a load of planeswalker out and you've got that silly thing with the 9 drop on it that we were talking about earlier, the Dreadhorde General.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's game winner, isn't it?
It's almost to sacrifice all of the planeswalker, make yourself the toughest planeswalker on the battlefield.
And if you're playing a silly planeswalker deck where you've got nothing but planeswalkers in, and you drop that, you can just get the ultimate of any planeswalker that will let you win.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
And it could be played against you, and your whole deck dies.
Yeah.
Which is also a problem.
Another thing I've just seen for the Vampire Clan, look. Remember I was just telling you about the 0/1 Vampire? Well, now it looks like there's a 2/1 Vampire for 2 mana that allows you to drop an opponent, and it's a very expensive.
It's a very expensive, lose 2 life and gain 2 life.
I hadn't seen the 6 when I
that's pretty expensive. It was in little text, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's quite expensive, yeah.
Yeah, so alright, let's see where else we can go. We've had a bond of passion. Just
6 mana, gain control, yeah.
This is one we've not had.
Of Bolas. When the Augury of Bolas enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant or sorcery card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom in any order. It's not bad. For 2 mana, a 1/3. It's a bit like one of those green elves that gives you mana. This one, look at 3 cards. Take an instant or sorcery, put it in your hand, and put the rest in.
It's not bad. And it's a wizard, so it works well with that wizard's retort counter spell.
Yeah, not bad. I wouldn't see it in many Merfolk decks, though.
Ooh.
A legendary artifact vehicle.
Oh, look, it's a beast.
The Parhelion. Like the Parthenon, but the Parhelion, as in a helicopter version of a Parthenon.
It's actually a Parhelion 2.
A Parhelion 2? It's not even the first one.
What a Parhelion 1 looks like.
Bet we'll see that sometime. Flying, First Strike and Vigilance, 5/5. That's pretty epic. Whenever it attacks, create 2 4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance that are also attacking.
Oh dear, that's a bit silly. And
Does
you only
require
need 1 crewman to actually make it attack as well.
Do you? I thought you needed 4.
Do you need 4 to make it attack?
Yeah.
I think it's 1 to make it block, isn't it?
Tap any number of creatures you control with a total power of 4 or more to crew it. So you tap one of the angels. And then you crew it, and off you go. Boom.
Yeah, so in your white weenie deck, actually, you tap 4 rubbish ones to begin with, and then 1 angel afterwards.
Yeah, not so bad. Not a bad thing.
That's pretty good, that. I like that.
Yeah, not bad.
We've got another. Yeah, we've seen those.
Yeah. Let's forget about the commons. Want some more planeswalkers?
Oh, now this was in one of the videos earlier.
Each creature you control with power 4 or greater can't be blocked by more than 1 creature.
That's rather nice.
No multi-blocking, and it's a 6/5 for 5. It's just a bomb on its own. 6/5 for 5 is a bomb.
Yeah, it's huge,
and it helps other bombs do the job. Yeah. Nice.
And what have we got here? Because that's
Bond of Insight. It's another Dimir, Bolas Dimir by the looks of it. Each player puts the top 4 cards of their library into the graveyard. Return up to 2 instant and/or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand.
It's right, quite nice.
Yeah.
Got to exile the Bond of Insight afterwards.
So you can't loop it, but still.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
You get 2 instant and sorceries back.
We can figure a way out.
Oh,
Jace, wielder of mysteries. You remember when Jace was a mythic and he was just the most expensive card in the world?
Again,
Well,
I wasn't playing at the time, but even I have heard of Jace.
Jace the Mind Sculptor, yeah. This is not, because there's so many Jaces now.
Yeah.
If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anti-mill that.
Yeah, that's the one that you mill when you know there's a mill. There's mulligan when you know there's a milling deck against you. Just sit it in your hand till the last turn and let them mill you to death, and then just stick that down and go, yeah, good luck with that, mate.
And then draw a card. Target player puts the top 2 cards of the library in the graveyard and draw a card. You can just do that to finish yourself off.
Yeah, that's
Play
right.
him, +1, kill yourself off, sorted. Or draw 7 cards. When then, if your library has no cards in it, you win the game.
That's rather silly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice,
Next.
nice. Keeping the pace going this time round. Oh, that goes with the Domri Planewalker.
Domri Ambush. Put 1/1 counter on target creature you control. That creature deals damage equal to its power to the target creature you don't control. So it's a fight. +1/+1, fight.
It is, yes.
But it's a counter.
Yeah. Oh.
And the veto. Counter spell, which is blue and white. This spell can't be countered. Counter target non-creature spell.
That'll be fun.
Nice enough.
Oh,
And another reversal.
that's a bonus. I like that card.
Very nice.
Might make a deck with that, funnily enough. Oh. Hey up.
And you go for that first instead of the Planeswalker on the other side? Okay.
He just looked big,
Just
metallic and electrical and just really tasty.
Yep. Just your type. Yeah. When Cyclops Electromancer enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to target creature and opponent controls, where X is the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard.
Well, that won't be seeing a lot of play in those red-blue decks at all, ever.
Not too bad. And speaking of red-blue, Shahila. Sublime Artificer. Shahila. Whenever you cast non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colourless servo artifact creature token. Okay? So you cast a non-creature spell, you get a creature. That's kind of nice on its own. I like that for my Tesseract deck.
You know that deck that lets you draw cards? That's going to... Every time you draw cards, that's going to cast creatures for you. That deck's going to be really annoying in the future.
Cast
I might
a draw
actually
card.
make that deck.
Yeah, and now might make just spells that draw cards. Because every time you draw a card, you get a creature token. And target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature you control until the end of turn, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types.
That's quite tasty as well. And look at the mana cost on that. She's only 3 mana. And you can choose between red and blue as well.
Yep. So you can have it in a mono red or mono blue
Yeah.
artifact deck.
That's rather nice, actually. That's probably one of the nicest ones I've seen so
I
far.
think Tesseract now has a girlfriend.
Oh, now, you always like to see
I
one
always
of
like to see a
don't you?
wild card. Yeah. Because then you can pick whichever one you want.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, and there's another one.
And there's another one. You're going to get some rares out of this. What's that? Gateway Plaza, the new land.
Oh, yes, that's the new artwork Gateway Plaza, which I actually think looks better than the old artwork Gateway Plaza.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
looks pretty
totally,
cool.
yeah.
Just mana of any colour though. Yeah.
Firemind Vessel. Firemind Vessel enters the battlefield tapped. Add 2 mana of different colours. That's actually quite nice.
That's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
2 mana different colours. It's alright.
Yeah. It's for spring out, but I suppose once you've got it out, it's out. But I suppose by the time you're at turn 4, really, you don't really need lots of different colours. You shouldn't, should you really? Unless you're
Well,
stuck.
it's add 2 mana.
Yeah.
It's an artifact that adds 2 mana.
Ooh, a new Lich.
A zombie elf lich. It's a zombie elf wizard. You just can't see the wizard bit on the thing.
Oh, it is. You're right.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it counts as a wizard. Whenever Storev, Devkarin, Lich deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, return to your hand target creature or planeswalker card in your graveyard that wasn't put there this combat.
That's quite nice. That'll go nicely in that elf deck. You know, that big old summoning elf deck with the
Well,
beast
whenever he
skills
deals
and
damage to a
things.
player or planeswalker, you pull a creature back out of your graveyard.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not
he's
bad.
quite nice, actually.
Yeah.
And he's got trample, look, and he's 5/4.
5/4 for 4.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
actually.
pretty good just on his own. Even if he didn't have any creatures in the graveyard, you do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what we next. Oh, we've got a new Merfolk.
Skydiver. I thought Merfolk was supposed to be from the water.
Evidently, this is like a flying fish type affair.
Yeah. Flying fish. We'll go with that. Yeah, or get sucked up in a storm, and then like Sharknadoes, they fall out of the sky and bite people.
As well.
Flying 1/1 for 2.
Yeah.
Enter the battlefield plus 1/1 counter on target creature you control, and then you can spend to proliferate.
He's absolutely ridiculous. And the last set brought out a load of stuff for moving 1/1 counters about as well. And they're all cheap as well. And he's a flyer, which is rare in a Merfolk deck.
Yeah.
There's only about 3 I can think of.
Well, you can put a 1/1 counter on him.
Yeah.
And then spend 5 mana a bit later on and proliferate that up again to make him a 3/3.
Yeah.
It's pretty expensive, but the proliferate is a very, very useful.
It's a good fit.
Might be cheaper ways to do it.
With the legendary creature as well, that puts one on all Merfolk.
Yep, that would work with a Merfolk deck.
Oh.
Death Sprout. Destroy target creature. Search your library for basic land card, put it on the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library.
So it's a more expensive Assassin's thingamajig trophy.
It's an Assassin's Trophy that gives you the land instead of your opponent for the extra 2.
That's true. Yeah. I think I'd rather just have that.
I don't mind giving my opponent land.
I don't particularly.
Cheaper.
Oh!
A Silent Submersible. It's a vehicle, 2 mana for a 2/3, requires a power 2 creature to pilot. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
So ain't it?
Yeah, I think that would be quite useful.
That's what it says on the sub. Another Chandra's Triumph.
Oh, looks like I've nearly got a play set there, and that's a bonus. Oh, and a new Planeswalker. I don't think we've seen this one, have we?
Behemoth Beckoner. Kiora. That's gonna do me in every time I hear that now. Kiora.
I'm gonna want orange squash.
Kiora. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card.
That's nice.
Very nice. And tap target permanent 7 times.
Yeah, that's quite
Nice
nice
enough.
as well.
And Fate of Final of Eternity. Finale of Eternity. That's when Liliana kills Bolos, or Bolos kills Liliana in the story. One or the other. Not quite sure how it's going to pan out just yet. No. Destroy up to 3 target creatures with toughness X or less. If X is 10 or more, return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Or
nice.
Pay 12 mana, win the game.
Yeah,
see a theme.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Should have to pay 12 mana deck. Just a green ramp with a pay 12 mana deck.
Right, well, we've seen that before, and that was quite nice. That's another basic Bedevil, but does a little bit more. Yeah.
Utility.
We've seen that again. That's the vampire that I was quite impressed with.
Very good, yeah. And Dread Horde Invasion. At the beginning of your upkeep, lose 1 life and amass 1. Whenever a zombie token you control with power 6 or greater attacks, it gains lifelink until the end of turn.
Oh, that's quite nice.
So the zombie token that you put is a mass 0/0. You're going to put 1 on every turn for the sacrifice of 1 of your life. Yeah. When it gets to 6 and attacks,
it starts
giving you life back.
Yeah.
But the likelihood is it's never going to get to 6 because your opponent's going to deal with it. And so you're never going to get that life back. So you're just going to slowly kill yourself with a Dread Horde Invasion.
Yeah, that's Spawn and Mayhem does that as well. The amount of people I've seen who've died from Spawn and Mayhem.
You just keep them at bay for long enough and they'll kill themselves.
Yeah.
Not so great. I wouldn't use it. 10th District Legionnaires.
That looks interesting.
2/2 for 2 mana with haste. That's good on its own.
It is.
Whenever you cast a spell that targets 10th Legion, put a 1/1 counter on 10th Legion. Then scry 1 in a red-white.
That'll be the Boros aggro, I think.
Of course, it looks very Boros aggro, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Bolt Bend. This spell costs 3 less to cast if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. So it costs 1 red if you've got a power 4 or greater creature. Change the target of a target spell or ability with a single target.
So somebody casts a lightning bolt at you, you cast that and cast it back at them.
It's a red counter.
It is.
Could you counter a counter? Change the target of a counter spell with a different spell. So you counter a counter.
Yeah.
Change the target of a counter spell to target itself.
I don't know if you could target itself, but you could definitely, if you've got a long chain of counter spells, take the latest one on the chain and have it counter an earlier one.
Well, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is rather nice actually.
You could bend the counter spells away, I think. That would be cool. And a blast zone land enters the battlefield with a charge counter on it. So charge counters are a new thing that you can proliferate.
Yes.
Adds mana, or with XX, put X charge counters on the blast zone. 3 mana and tap, sacrifice, destroy each non-land permanent with a converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on blast zone.
So what we're saying is, it's a wipe that's a land.
Yeah, and it doesn't destroy land.
No.
So it's pay 12 mana and just win the game. But without the attack, you don't actually get anything from it. So unless you throw in all your land at them the following turn as 2/2s.
Yeah. I've seen that deck.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. I see we've got another one of these multi-sorceries here. Oh yeah, that's 2 mana, return a creature or a planeswalker. That's pretty nice.
Yes, very
I
good.
thought I'd heard of that.
Nice and simple. 2
That's why I
mana.
pulled it out. But
And now another Jaya
and I think we've had this far.
and the
haven't
Dread
we?
Twins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amass 2 and
Nice.
do extra damage. And a
Oh.
new legendary goblin. Tin Street Kingpin. Karenko.
Yeah.
Karenko wins. Whenever Karenko, Tin Street Kingpin attacks, Karenko, when he attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it and create a number of +1/1 red goblin creature tokens equal to its power. So you can proliferate up. You could even give him a boost, like a +2/+1 and haste or whatever you can get from other abilities. And you get that many tokens enter the battlefield for him as well.
Is it me or does that look like the guy from the tutorial?
Does it look like the guy from the tutorial?
Yeah, remember the goblin, the mouthy goblin that virtually kills himself?
I don't know,
replayed
maybe.
it the other day because they'd been messing with the tutorial, hadn't they? And I'm sure that looks like the guy from the tutorial.
Maybe, yeah. I'm sure it could look like a lot of people.
I think all those goblins look the same, you know. Oh, look at that, right, Flux Chandler, a human wizard for 3 mana. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, proliferate. Oh dear.
That's just going to sit in Super Friends decks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a human wizard as well. It's a wizard as well for Wizard Retort.
Yeah.
It's just going to sit in proliferating planeswalkers. You cast a counter spell, proliferate. You cast anything, you proliferate. Oh, wow.
It'd be nice in that tempo deck, actually. Oh, a living twister.
Sounded cool.
Yeah.
Living Twister. 3 mana for a 2/5. It's got a few abilities. For 2 mana, discard a land card. Living Twister deals 2 damage to any target.
That's nice.
And for 1 green, return a tapped land you control to its owner's hand.
That's nice.
So you can pick your land up and throw it at people.
Yeah, that sort of fits with the twister thing, doesn't it, really?
There's also a card out there that destroys all lands, and then you get 2 back out your graveyard per turn. I think that was an enchantment thing, wasn't there, in the previous set? So you get 2 back a turn and blow them up with it. Be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It does mean that you've got to have board control at the time, in which case why blowing up your own lands and throwing it at them is great. I don't know.
I keep mentioning the artwork, though, but look at that. It's so spectacular.
It's looking cool.
Yeah.
Next up.
Oh, we've got all new ones, I think.
Rally of Wings. Untap all creatures you control. Creatures you control with flying get +1/+1 until the end of turn. It's alright.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah.
As long as you're playing a flying deck, it's alright.
Yeah.
Up to 1 target creature gets -2/-2 until the end of turn, and you amass 2.
Yeah, that's going to be... It's a little bit more expensive, but that's like that really annoying sorcery that they use as quick kills nowadays.
Yeah, it's not bad as a
Moment
-2/-2.
craving.
Yeah.
Except instead of gaining life, you're amassing instead.
Yeah, more zombies to your army.
Yeah.
This isn't your
And
average
she's
zombie
back.
horde.
Is that the second? Because
Impressive,
you've got
isn't
one
it?
technically
I've
already.
got the special...
Pre-release one, yeah.
the pre-release one, and now I've got the original
So you've got
one.
2 of
Yes.
Liana Dreadhorde now.
Yeah.
Whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card. Nice. Create zombie creatures. Yes. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. Very nice. And 9, which is a short space in time, really. Each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacrifices the rest.
Yeah.
Or cycle her down and win the game.
In theory, yeah.
In theory, yes.
If you've got one of those huge wild growth walkers at 15-15, and that's the one you decide to keep, you've definitely won, haven't you?
Maybe, yeah. Pretty cool though, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another Bond of Passion.
Yeah.
Another an Augur of Bolos.
Yeah, I think we had him earlier.
But
didn't
those ones, yeah.
we? Yeah. See what's done with the rare then. Oh, an Oath of Kaya.
A legendary enchantment for 3. When Oath of Kaya enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. Whenever an opponent attacks planeswalkers you control with 1 or more creatures, it deals 2 damage to that player, and you gain 2 life.
That's quite nice.
That's okay, yeah. Whenever an opponent attacks a planeswalker you control with 1 or more creatures. 1 or more creatures.
So it only does it once. It doesn't do it once for each creature, unfortunately.
Yeah, you do 2 damage to them and gain 2 life.
It's quite nice, though.
That's not bad at all, is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
He might be a mild deterrent to keeping them off your planeswalkers if they're on low life.
It's only 3 mana, so it's not too bad,
it's
is
pretty
it?
cheap. Question is, does it have enough value to have deck space? That's the problem. But, oh, we've got another red white here.
That's a funny one. Discard all the cards in your hand, then draw that many cards plus 1. You gain life equal to the number of cards in your hand.
Well, it's not bad. I've seen that red seems to be going down this route of if you don't like your hand, switch it out for a new one.
Yeah, and if it's all discarded into your graveyard, and there's a lot of cast from your graveyard kind of stuff.
Yeah, and if you're playing like creatures and zaps, and you've got a handful of creatures, and they're playing that annoying deck that gets rid of your creatures, you can exchange your creatures for life and zaps.
Yep.
So it's not bad. I do only question how many decks it will be useful for, but we've got some more Dreadhorde Twins there. I think that's a playset we've seen so
Zombie
far.
tokens have
Yeah.
trample. Yep. And your rare is another mythic rare.
Oh, that's a bonus. You like seeing them, don't you?
Lovely.
Okay. Oh, crap.
We've got another
heart
heartwarming
It's
redemption.
like the same pack.
It's the same pack. Do you get another mythic as a thing? Oh, you get a
Oh, now that. You can't argue with that, can
rare.
you?
You get a rare wild card. Nice.
Okay, so we'll get in this one then. Oh, another Grateful Apparition. I like that.
Nice. Yeah,
That's always good.
useful. And another Enter the Gods Eternals.
Nice.
That's your playset of those now.
Yeah, we're speeding up a bit. We're starting to see some that we've had before quite a bit now.
Well, you should almost be going through the whole set by now
You'd
because
think, yeah.
90 packs.
We've got another Veto. That's nice.
Yep.
Another uncommon. You never moan to see them. Oh,
And another Kefnet.
Yeah, we're doing well.
Yeah. Would like to see some new planeswalkers we haven't seen already. Another Jaya. I think that's like your third Jaya
Yeah,
now.
I've got way
And
too many of
loads
them.
of the Dreadhorde Twins.
Yeah.
And another Rem.
I'm not moaning about them.
Can't
though.
complain.
That elf deck is looking more likely.
You can now get all the rares you want. What's new? Bond of Insight. We've seen that one. Top 4 cards.
That's a lovely card again. We've
Yep,
seen
another
that.
bomb to drop.
Yeah.
And Sorin,
Blood
the
is
vengeful
mine.
Bloodlord. They've brought him back as a legendary planeswalker. As long as it's your turn, creatures and planeswalkers you control have lifelink.
That's nice.
It's important that planeswalkers also have lifelink. Pretty cool.
Yeah, you can do all sorts with that, can't you?
+2, Sorin, a vengeful Bloodlord, deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker.
And that's why planeswalkers have lifelink.
Yeah. So he deals 1 damage and you gain 1 life, basically, with a lifelink for his +2 ability. -X, return target creature card with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a vampire in addition to its other types.
As soon as I'll be putting him in my vampire deck.
Yeah, but you would get from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it's just bringing vampires back, really.
Yeah.
It's not-
But there's the white one that brings them back when you attack, and he only does like converted mana cost 3 ones. So this fellow will actually do some quite nice, some of the nice bigger ones that sometimes get knocked off, like the one that does the damage when you gain life and stuff like that.
Yep, sounds good.
So he's pretty nice. Right.
Another uncommon going through, another wild card. We like to see them. What's that, Rager? I don't think we've seen that before.
No, he's to do with Tybalt as well. He's another Planeswalker we've not yet seen, and I really want one because he's nice.
It deals 1 damage to any target when he dies. And for 2 mana, he gets +2/+0 until the end of turn, making him a 3/2.
He's a bit bigger Goblin Banneret.
I think he's a bit too costly to see regular play, to be fair, though.
Yeah, it could be interesting if you... No, I don't... He wouldn't even work with Tybalt. So, yeah.
It's alright, but...
It's not ideal. Oh, hey up.
Whereas the Dreadhorde Champion is a zombie Minotaur warrior in red. Part of the Dreadhorde, which is a black zombie creature army.
Yeah.
Weird. He's, for 4 mana, it's a 5/4 with Trample, which is pretty nice on its own. Whenever Neheb Dreadhorde Champion deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, you may discard any number of cards. If you do, draw that many cards and add that much mana until the end of your turn. You do not lose this mana as steps and phases end.
Oh, that is nice.
So you discard your hand, gain like 4 mana and 4 new cards, and then you've got that 4 mana just sitting there waiting to be spent.
Look for zaps and have mana to cast said zaps whenever he attacks. That's really nice.
And you can cast them in the upkeep as well with your mana and all that kind of stuff, because you cast them even when you can't actually tap mana, I'm guessing. I don't know.
And how many zaps have we seen so far in this pack? 2 at least that I can think of.
Yeah, not too bad. There's all the old zaps from the previous sets as well. There's plenty of that.
That's
not bad.
Those red deck wins are going to be...
Throwing them in,
Yeah.
You might see an end to the Goblin Chain Wielders. Flux Channeler.
He's new.
That wizard that when you cast a non-creature spell to proliferate.
He's not new.
No, it's the one that's going to just sit in those Super Friends decks.
Did we have this one yet?
Gideon's Triumph. Target opponent sacrifices a creature that attacked or blocked this turn. If you control a Gideon Planeswalker, that player sacrifices 2 of those creatures instead. So
It's not bad for
sorry,
that.
2 mana?
It's there's a flash card that does a similar thing right now, isn't there?
Well, they're attacking you. Sack 2 creatures, please.
Oh, and we've got Command.
Choose any number of target creature or planeswalker cards in graveyards. Command the Dreadhorde deals damage to you equal to the total converted mana cost of those cards. Put them into the battlefield under your control.
So do yourself a load of damage and get a load of stuff back out there. Nice.
Alrighty, another planeswalker. We've seen this one before, Vraska's Swarm.
Oh, we have, yes.
Whenever a creature under your control with Death Touch deals damage, it puts a 1/1 counter on that creature.
Yeah, and she makes assassins that do planeswalkers as well. That's quite nice.
Yeah, pretty good.
We've not seen this. I don't think.
The other plating, amass 1. You and permanents you control gain hexproof. It's like dive down with an amass 1 on it.
Yeah, and it's like only 1 mana dearer than dive, and it does your whole army.
Yep, not bad at all.
That's nice.
I came into being long
A legendary
before
planeswalker.
ever existed.
Colourless spells you cast cost 2 less to cast.
Doesn't he look very much like a Bolas?
He does, doesn't he? But he looks a bit more like a fluffy bolus.
It's like Fairy Bolas, who's
Yeah.
come along and gone, "What are you doing, brother? You shouldn't be doing all that." Or, let me help you. One or the other.
Yeah, and +1, exile the top card of your library face down and look at it. Create a 2/2 colourless spirit creature token. When that token leaves the battlefield, put the exiled card into your hand.
Okay.
Get a creature, use the creature. When the creature dies, get your card back.
Draw an extra card, but then you may get a creature instead. When that creature dies, you get the card. That's not too bad.
Not
Sorry.
too bad at all.
And destroy target permanent.
That's-
That is 1 or more colours. Not bad at all.
So you can't do your own spirits to get your cards back, which is why it's 1 or more colours. But apart from that, that's pretty nice.
Pretty epic.
Yeah, he's quite expensive, and he doesn't have a pay 12 mana win the game. But there you
No.
go.
But 6 mana
think
and
he'd be
then
useful.
colourless spells cost 2 less to cast.
Yeah,
Nice
he's
enough.
definitely interesting, isn't he?
And another mythic goes into your wild cards, along with the commons and uncommons.
We've seen this.
Yep.
And we've got another one of them.
And
Another
another
sorry.
Excellent. That's 2 for your vampire deck.
Yeah. Ooh, a cat.
Oh, the Dread Malakin.
Yeah.
With a 1/1 with Menace.
That's nice.
It's basically an unblockable 1/1 then, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But, for 3 mana, sacrifice another creature and put 2 1/1 counters on the cat.
That's quite nice. You get an ever-increasing menace creature.
Yeah. You've got to sacrifice creatures to make it better, though. That's the only problem.
Using those little sapling counters in that black deck.
Well,
Quite nice,
yeah. Or sacrificing other zombie cats. I think he's an alright early game stuff.
There's that dome resourcery again, so we've got 2 of them now. Oh, another god.
And Zombie God. For 5, black, it's 5/6 with Menace.
Did we see one of those earlier?
I don't think we've seen one of these yet, no.
No?
Bond 2 enters the battlefield, sacrifice any number of permanents, then draw that many cards.
No, we definitely haven't seen that yet.
Sacrifice any number of permanents, then draw that many cards.
That's quite handy if you've got an excess of land sitting on the side of it there.
Excess of land, yeah. A load of enchanted creatures or something that can't do anything for you.
Oh, yeah.
A load of little weenies that you need to get rid of because they're not doing anything good.
Yeah.
Some enchantments that have run the course. Anything like that would be nice enough.
Yeah, and
Get some spells.
he's same price as the vampire. Well, I say the vampire. He has an X on him, doesn't he? The vampire that lets you draw.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is nice. And the best part of it is you can have it multiple times because if you want to do it again, you just attack with him and get him killed
Yeah.
because he's a god.
And then he gets put back into your library. Yeah. For those draw decks to pull it back out.
That's going to be a hard choice, isn't it? Do you block it and kill it, or do you take the 5 damage, or do you put some random little weenie in front of it?
Probably chump block it.
Yeah.
But it's Menace, so you've got to put 2 chump blockers in front of it.
Oh, that's even worse, isn't it?
Another Jayer. That's a playset of the Jayers, I think.
Oh dear.
And that's definitely a playset of those twins.
Yeah.
Good those twins.
Oh, another god.
Another Zombie God. It's a 5 mana, 3/6 double strike. So it's basically a 5 mana 6/6 with 3 first strike. That's pretty good, just on its own.
Yeah.
Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 4/4 black zombie warrior creature token with vigilance.
Well, that's the key, isn't it?
4/4 zombie with vigilance. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Zombies are well known for their vigilance, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Being totally vigilant all the time. Yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
And 4/4s.
Yeah. We're getting a lot of mythics today, aren't we?
Well, you're opening enough packs. I think you're going to get enough mythics. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a guarantee.
Well, we've seen that before.
Yep.
That's quite nice.
Who is a Paradise Druid. Hexproof as long as it's untapped.
That's nice.
Tap it for 1 mana, and then they blow it up.
Another elf, yeah.
But hexproof. Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh,
yeah.
The Nicobolas Dragon God card.
Up.
The mythic for the Nicobolas colours of blue, black, and red. Nicobolas Dragon God has all loyalty abilities of all other planeswalkers
dear.
on the battlefield. Both sides of the battlefield, every planeswalker on the battlefield, he can do any ability he wants that's available on the battlefield. Crazy.
That's nasty.
+1, draw a card. Each opponent exiles a card from their hand or a permanent they control.
Oh dear.
So if they can't exile a card from their hand, they exile a permanent they control for a +1. -3, which you can do as soon as it comes out, destroy target creature or planeswalker.
That's nice as well.
And then the -8, each opponent who doesn't control a legendary creature or planeswalker loses the game. So you destroy target creature or planeswalker,
Yeah.
and then make them lose the game.
Yeah.
All sorted. Yeah.
That's nice.
Pretty good.
If you've got that black spell that we saw earlier that eats all the other planeswalkers and then
Yep.
puts his abilities points on.
Yeah, and then -8.
Yeah.
He turns up, kill all the others, get him to 8, -8. They don't control any legendary creatures or planeswalkers. Boom, you win the game.
And that orb that gets out legendaries for 4 mana, we might be seeing some turn 5 win game decks.
Turn 5 Bolas wins decks. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, that's disturbing.
That was a pretty epic way to end the episode.
Oh, sorry.
Get one more, just to see what we
My
get in
bad.
this one.
My bad.
It's a mythic rare, so
it's-
you can have 2 Nicobolas legendary planeswalkers.
Yeah, yeah. And we've seen the other 2, so.
Yep, thank you all very, very much in another episode. There'll be another one very shortly to open the final 45 packs. Tune into that very soon from me and Dean.
Cheerio.
And goodbye.